Hello again, Big Taco from the Steyr Club here to demonstrate a slide disassembly. We've already got the weapon field stripped, the guide rod and the barrel removed. This is really easy to do. It's so easy to do, it really should just be part of your standard maintenance. There's no reason to skimp on this. Keeping a good clean gun will ensure that it functions properly. The first thing we need to do is take a jeweler's screwdriver and put it in the slide here, so that we can push down the slide retaining pin. I just push it against the table, push it down, and at this point I can pull the slide cap out of the slide. Now I can remove the striker, and I can remove the slide retaining pin. The next thing we're going to do is remove the extractor. This is a really good maintenance item. This can get very dirty. It's exposed to a lot of powder residue, and keeping this clean will ensure good extraction. We just take the same screwdriver and wedge it between the pin and the extractor, and then push the extractor forward. There's your extractor, and then the pin comes right out. You can use a Q-tip and get in here with some solvent and really scrub it out. You can use a Q-tip to put solvent down in the striker channel. I would recommend some sort of air to blow air through here, maybe even blow it back this way. And then you want to be sure when you lubricate this that you put some oil, whatever gun oil you like to use, run it down here with the Q-tip, and then use the opposite side of the Q-tip dry, and then you want to wipe most of that off. That would be the best way to lubricate this striker channel, if you lubricate it at all. We can go one step further. You don't really need to, but we can remove this spring and this guide rod from the striker. We can push it down, push the spring down, and remove the clip. And you'll notice the spring will stay on the guide rod. If you just give it a little push, the spring will come right off, and now you can really clean these parts thoroughly. The reassembly is basically the same steps in reverse. We'll take and kind of wiggle our firing pin spring onto the guide rod. We can then push it down, put the clip back on, then put it back in the striker. That's good to go. This is the beveled style of extractor pin. I don't know if you can see that in the video. And there's a big bevel and then a small counter bevel. The small counter bevel faces the outside of the slide. So when you're putting it in here, just rotate it around so that the small counter bevel is facing outside the slide. Go ahead and get your extractor in where you can kind of hold it with your fingers, and then we need to push the extractor pin in, and then push the extractor in place. And there that is, good to go. One little quick function check would be to make sure that you can move the extractor under finger pressure. Now, drop the striker in, drop the slide cap retaining pin, hold the slide cap, and push it down against the table. Take the same screwdriver. Notice I keep my middle finger there. That way if I slip, the pin will hit my finger and won't go flying around the room. And there we are. Slide reassembled, done. Enjoy.